Well, good morning, folks. We're going on a field trip today, and you are going with me. And we're going to go check out a wholesale nursery and see what we can load up on for this weekend's plant sale. So I've got an order waiting there that they have pulled for me. We're getting more emerald greens in 3-gallon pots and more blue point junipers. And we'll see what else we can find. But anyway, I'm looking forward to getting out of here this morning, getting an early start and getting on the road so we can get this done and kind of see where we are and see what else we have to do for the rest of the week. So let's get out of here and let's go on a little trip. Alright guys, we did not show a lot of that. I'm just not a real big fan of video and people working, but they've loaded up our trailer here. This is quite a load of arborvitas, blue point junipers, and about 20 rose bushes that are in really nice big 3-gallon pots. So we're going to try to walk around out here and maybe show a little bit more and see if there's a couple of other things we can get before we head back home. But just kind of wanted to show you that something like this is what you might expect, and we'll show you a lot more here in just a minute when we get back with them. But just kind of, this is what we got at a wholesale nursery today, and they had this order pulled for us ready to go when we got here. So we're going to go look around a little bit more. All right, we walked into one of the greenhouses here just to give you a little idea of what you might see at a wholesale nursery, though they are all very, very different. This particular house has a variety of perennials in it, and you can see dianthus and veronicas and coreopsis and all sorts of things down through there that I don't even know what they are. On this side, you don't have as many plants, but man, some beautiful blanket flowers right here, and just all sorts of things in here. And at least at this particular nursery, they let us come in and just kind of wander around. And when we pick out plants, we'll just let them know and they come and help us get them. So they let us pick out whichever ones we want. That's really a good thing. So our truck is pretty full today, but we may get a few things anyway, just because why not? But yeah, just trying to give you an inside look here on what one of these big greenhouses looks like. And hey, you see that? There's weeds right there. Even these big places like this have weeds. So I hate weeds. I know you hate weeds, but everybody just has to deal with them. All right, back home. Here's what's left in the trailer. The crew is working feverishly to unload them all. We've got John over here busting out knockout roses out of their pots. And not out of their pots, but out of these bags that they're packaged in for us to get them home. We have restocked our blue point junipers over here. We got a fresh 30 of them, beautiful. Then over here, we're reloading our emerald greens with these nice 3-gallon big trees as well. So on our first trip to a wholesaler this week, we have reloaded our big trees, 3-gallon there, and we've got some new plants in with our roses, and these guys are budded up really well. Some of them are starting to bloom. You can see those, and we're gonna have to figure out how much to sell those for so we can make a little on them and so we can sell them quickly. So that's what we're working on right now. All right, folks, I pulled in right here. This is a really, really nice nursery. They got lots of really good trees, both ball and burlap like that, and all kinds of containers. So I just bought a bunch of these hollies right here, and they got a nice row of greenhouses back there in the back. Those greenhouses, I think, are probably 24 feet wide and let's say 200 feet long. Really nice. Lots of container stock out this way. Everything from arborvitas and hollies to hydrangeas, azaleas, you name it. We've got tons and tons of plants, tens of thousands of plants out here in their yard. You just kind of swing around this way just to give you an idea of what you might expect when you go to a nice wholesale nursery. More hollies right here close to me. And you tell me how many thousands of arborvitaes that is right there. I'm telling you guys, there's always a demand for these things. And this is just one section of several that they have. Lots of shrubs here. Gold mop cypress out there. Various junipers growing out here. Loropetalums, barberries, all sorts of things out here. Grasses. So let's just have a quick look inside a greenhouse. Oh look, a house of hostas. How can I stay out of here? Walked through here a few minutes ago. All the standards. Francie, Patriots, Media, Variegata, whatever you call them. Huge daylilies. My goodness. Ridiculous sized daylilies. Those huge daylilies are growing in those little bitty pots. Kind of amazing. That'd be a good place for a cat to hide. Maybe a snake. More hostas all the way to the back. A little bit of dwarf mondo grass back here in these little pots. Really nice. Very nice plants. Got some nandinas back there in the back. Very nice. All right, they've got quite a few azaleas in here. There's a white. I believe that's Delaware Valley white. Several grasses in here in progress that are obviously not ready now, but they will be in short order. Golden Unimus over here. Some more azaleas that are on their way there. There's some Loropetalums. Really wanted some of those, but not looking great. Kind of picked through at this point already. Some more grasses. Some more azaleas. You got your traditional pokey needlepoint holly right here. We've got a few of those today, just a few, just to add to our selections. And by the way, I have no idea what this is, but it's really expensive. Somebody tell me what a laurel ship is. That's a very expensive plant. We've got a few of those scattered around, but I have no idea what that is other than a laurel. So pretty cool. A few more azaleas, little grass, and you step out here, maybe a dozen more greenhouses down that way, something like that. And yeah, this is pretty much their sales yard. So it's not a huge wholesale nursery, but man, beautiful, beautiful plants out here. Lots of them. This particular wholesale nursery is open to the public for retail sales and to wholesale. So I noticed that these big arborvitaes, these were probably 5-gallon pots. I'm thinking they're probably 48 inches tall at least. They're beautiful. Got $40 on them. Man, that's a really good retail price on those. So if you go down to Lowe's and try to get these, they're about 68 bucks there. At least at ours they are. So I'm about to be on my way. Got a 3-hour drive home. I'm ready to do it. This trip didn't take long. These people up here are kind of on top of things, and oh yeah, before we do that, lots of boxwoods. They're kind of still emerging, but they're starting to leaf out. They look pretty nice. So in a few weeks, those will be really nice. They won't be able to keep those here at all. They'll be gone. All right, guys, I got home. Went inside to grab my microphone. It's really windy, so hopefully this will help some. Just wanted to show you guys what I got today. I told you my goal this week was to go a little bit heavier on shrubs, and so that's what I did today. So at the nursery, there's some hollies right here that I got. Just looking for just green shrubs. There's some needlepoint holly there, just more green shrubs. In addition to the holly shrubs there, we reloaded on emerald greens yesterday, so there's that. We reloaded on blue point junipers, so there's that. Now check this out. I bought these today. Never done this before, kind of the quirky plant, but I bought 10 sky pencil hollies, and these things are about 5 feet tall. None of them are less than 4 feet tall, so I don't know if anybody will buy those, but I've never had them, so I thought I'd give them a try and offer something a little different. Inside here, we've got some knockout roses that are starting to bloom. They look really nice. Some drift roses that are really nice. They're a little small, but they're really covered in bud, so they're really starting to look nice as well. Another variety of drift. So we have 4 variety of roses to offer. We're really excited about giving those a try. I've never had roses before, so again, looking forward to that. Got some gold mop cypress shrubs. Those look really good. The color's really coming into them. We got some azaleas. I just watered these, so they're kind of droopy and soaked looking, but when they dry, and they'll pep up a lot and look really nice. So it is azalea season here in the southeast where I live in North Alabama. So we really hope those will sell very well. They're either blooming or in bud, and they look really, really good. So in addition to those, we've still got lots of varieties of perennials around that we had from last week. We added a couple of varieties over there in the new shade house of creeping phlox that we did not previously have. Everything has grown. Some things have grown significantly this week. I mean, go look at last week's video when I showed you our plant sale and see how much different these hostas look now than just a week ago. It's incredible how much they've grown. The dappled willows have really, really put on some growth. They're getting a foot plus long on some of those branches, so they look nice. All the astilbes look better. I mean, the daisies, the sedums, everything we have is just growing. So yeah, that's the cool thing about plants. They grow, they get bigger, they get more appealing, they get more valuable. So good stuff. Just do a quick run through over here again. Blue rug junipers over here, ground cover. Rheingold arborvitas again here. Check this out. We've got a heucherella right here. You just don't see these a ton. I don't have a lot of them, but this is a heucherella right here. They look really good. I mean, those things are just the coolest looking little plants. So this is going to be it for our next sale. So we got about a day and a half to get ready for our next sale and to kind of get things straightened up in here, to organize things. We've got some new signs that we've got to make, and I'm going to have to spend the better part of a day working on getting Facebook posts made and a Facebook ad made and boosting that post so it goes out in a way where it's paid so it'll reach a lot of people. So we're going to try to reach more people this week, but the weather this weekend looks absolutely horrible here. It looks like we're going to have a lot of rain. So who knows how this is going to work for actually selling plants, but we've got a lot of nice plants to sell. We're going to press on, and I wanted to show you guys kind of how you can reload your nursery by going to wholesale nursery. So on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, I spent a good chunk of time each of those days going back and forth to wholesale nurseries to get more plants, and that's what I've done. So we hope to be able to sell a bunch of them. We got some really, really nice stuff, and we want to just continue to increase and increase our offerings, our numbers, everything as the spring season wears on. So far, so good. I hope this was helpful to you and you kind of get an idea of what you might expect to see at a wholesale nursery, kind of how that process works a little bit. Everyone's a little bit different. If you find one you're interested in your area or that's within a reasonable drive of you, just call them and talk to them and find out what the process is for a new customer. Those people are there to help you, so don't be afraid to do that. So I think that's it today, guys. So new plants, glad to show them to you, kind of show you what we're doing with our days this week. In addition to this, I've got tons of hydrangeas that we propagated last year to get potted up. Other plants to get potted up, that's just one that comes to mind. We've got to get our division started. I've just started dividing some daisies, started dividing some hostas and other plants. I mean, you have to worry about what's going on this week in your nursery, but you have to be thinking about next year all the time. And right on cue, check this out. I walk up to our deck today and look what we've got laying here. 200 Thuja elegantissima bed grown, 1,000 Thuja emerald bed grown. What does that mean? 1,200 more arborvitas to get potted up now to grow out this year. We'll see what size they are next year. This is a new variety to me. I've never tried these elegantissima, so we're going to try them, but you always got to be looking ahead as well. So just trying to kind of keep things going and get this thing off to as good a start as we can. So at the risk of me rambling on and on and on about plants and nursery and what we're doing, guys, thank y'all for being here a ton. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one.